Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into the stream. Does my microphone keep going down? That's not good to start off the year. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Is it going down or am I just absolutely tripping out? I think I'm tripping out. Anyway, welcome back. 2026, baby. We all made it. Hope you all had a fantastic New Year's. Hope everyone did well. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Fell asleep, woke up, watched the fireworks, went back to sleep. Right, that was pretty much my New Year's. So it really wasn't an exciting New Year. However, that is definitely contrary to where I think 2026 is going to go, and we're going to get into it all as you would expect. XRP didn't hit $100 last night. I don't know if you guys saw, but it didn't. Call me surprised, but that doesn't mean that we aren't bullish enough on XRP. Lots of stuff coming, lots of content coming out as well, and yeah, just excited about the year ahead. So we're going to get into some bits. We need to finish our bingo card from last night as well. We only got a few bits down on that. I actually don't even know where it is, in fairness. I think I ended up yeeting it, but we will get into it. Controversial Canadian says slow gains, but all gains. You are right, my friend. So new angle for TikTok. Also, what was confirmed today, my missus is like, oh, I think we should put like a little office in the garden. So this entire room will become my streaming and YouTube room this year. So I'm going to change everything around. We're going to get multiple camera angles. Some people were talking about this yesterday. We're just going to full send it this year. We are full freaking sending it. So welcome to everybody who's joined the premium Discord as well. Loads of you signed up for channel memberships. Loads of you signed in through Whoop as well. So shout out to everybody for joining that. Shout out to everybody joining BITUNIX as well. Obviously, you guys are just massively helping out. So I'm excited about it. But yeah, we are absolutely macro full sending it. So we're going to be doing like, yeah, we're just going to absolutely send it this year. So I'll have like a thing there, multiple cameras, multiple screens. Well, yeah, we're just going to be fully sending it. It's going to be epic. So I'm excited about that. I also am ordering a brand new PC as well. So everything's just going to get good this year. Other than this, it is going down, you know, only marginally. I need to tighten this up. So, yeah, so I'm excited. Like 2026, definitely setting up for a good year, I think. And tonight we want to get into a little bit as to what's going on in the markets. I want to talk a little bit about what to expect and 6 reasons. What the heck is that, Ben? Clown face. Thanks, Ben. 6 reasons why I think Bitcoin is set, or the crypto market is set for a solid 2026. So, as always, smash up the like button to a brand new all-time high. If it's your first time here as well, consider subscribing to the channel. We're here every day of the week bringing you all the latest in crypto. If you haven't already joined our free Discord, links in my bio, also in the description. And we'll talk about a few of the bits and pieces as we get through tonight's stream. So the reason I moved you there, TikTok, is because I think I can now give you a view of the charts without having to like end everything. And obviously with this microphone being in the way, I'm also hoping that that ends up being a little bit easier. So again, this will be kind of where we can start to do things. And it'll be like, oh, just change the camera angle and it'll like pivot around and it'll be like, oh my God, this is cool. Craig starting off strong with the gifted membership. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, everybody, let's get into it. Let me bring you over here, TikTok. So if I now set you guys like that, I mean, it's a bit weird because you're going to see the full screen really, but there you go. There you go. And I think you can kind of see it. Not super crazy, but you can definitely see what I'm looking at. I don't know if there's a better way to do this, to be honest, but can I zoom in? Oh, I can zoom in. Oh, bro, what? Right, there you go, TikTok. Look at that. Super bullish. Okay, you guys can see it. Perfect. Right, good news, everybody. The market was green today. All right, so 0.73%. But we talked about this move yesterday, and we still have the bull market go or no go line on here, which obviously we're going to sort of keep over the course of this year. And this is certainly going to give us an indication. But we're playing out exactly as we expected here on BTC. I guess what I didn't expect was probably this move that we got today, which I think is good news, by the way. Now, I did trade Canton Network. Some of you were talking about this last night. We were discussing it, and I felt like it was a real opportunity. I actually took a long trade. I have closed that trade now. But again, if you want to get all my alerts and all that kind of stuff, we're going to be pushing that into the Discord. Everything's going to start to get automated. I'm going to show you some pretty cool stuff as well that we integrated into the Discord in the last sort of 24 hours as well. You guys think I celebrated New Year? No, bro. We're working hard because we're bringing it this year. But I'll show you that in a minute. Super exciting stuff for all those members that have just joined. So if you get... Oh my God, I did not want to bring that up. So if you want to get involved in all that, then stick around. It's going to be worth it. So BTC right now, still within this range. And we talked about this yesterday, if you remember. We talked about this 20-day exponential moving average. For me, this is the absolute kicker right now. Now, on the 12-hour chart, we actually have broke past this support line, which is an important number, okay? So you can see here, we did wick up to this earlier on today. We then got rejected, and then we now broke through with little volume support. So we can't confirm this move just yet, and I think it's worth noting here. We absolutely need to see a bigger confirmation on this. So I want to see a bit more volume coming in. The other thing to note here is that it's not a day where US markets are open. So for example, what you can see here is this essentially would normally be US market opens, and we did the complete opposite. So everything played out probably as we talked about. So if you remember, we were saying, look, watch out. Asian markets feel pretty flat. Nothing really too crazy. European markets, or certainly European time zones, may push price a little bit. Well, look, we pretty much absolutely nailed it. So this was the Asian market. Shanghai opened about here. We got a little bit of a retracement, and then we obviously got the EU markets open here. So pretty much nailed that move over the course of the last, 24 hours. Again, this is why, if I just skip forward to Canton Network, I literally traded this from down here somewhere, I think it was. Or maybe it was yesterday. Maybe it's here somewhere. Like 14 anyway. Traded this on a, what was it on? 20x leverage, I think it was. And I literally sold here at the top. So absolute killer play. But yeah, I still think this has got some legs, by the way. Look at this respect to the support level here at the 100-day exponential moving average. Still very, very new, this one. Again, we'll be discussing that a little bit later in the Discord as well. So look out for that one. But right now, if you're looking at BTC and we're looking on the daily candles, this is where I want to see this break. I still absolutely believe we have this confirmation to break here. So this downward line here, this upper trend on the bear flag, we need to break this. This will tell us that we actually confirm the move. What am I looking for? Break with volume support above around 88,600. So we're pretty close to it. And then we see this break, probably a retest lower range down, fake out some of the longs, and then probably a push further to the upside. We'll talk a little bit about some of the things to watch out for and why that might actually happen. So the US market is close today. Yeah, exactly. Kind of like a weekend, Craig. But that's exactly why you saw it. Pepe, Shib, 26, bottom in reversal. Now, Pepe's had a great move, and Shib today as well. Two very good coins that are starting to move. Could actually show signs that we have a little bit of retail coming back into the market when it's not being manipulated. Ghost in the building. What's going on, brother? Happy New Year to you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping cool as well. Absolute hero. So, yeah, definitely interesting to see this move. And what's important here is that you've got some real consistent volume, but we haven't broke this 20-day exponential moving average. So what are we looking at in the short term? Close above 88,600 confirms that we have an uptrend in the short term, if those two things work. Where are we looking for a break? 88.7 would confirm a break on this downward trend line, and then we can start to see a push back to the upside. If you were to fib this as well, just FYI, take the top of the fib to the bottom of the fib. Where do we get to? Look at this important level that we broke. So this bottom range here, the 382 Fibonacci, we held perfectly on this retest. We want to now start to see that push back up. If you put it here on the 12-hour, you can see just how important the 382 Fibonacci is, 87,564, and then what that looks like for a break. So break at 88.7, confirmational move, let's say 89,000. I think that would be definitely a momentum trade that you could take, potentially looking for a wick to the 618 Fibonacci. You have a really super tight top loss, probably the 100-day exponential moving average here, or the 50-day, sorry. You'd sit, pretty tight. But anyway, more about that in just a minute. And more about that later on. So BTC, I think, actually looking pretty solid. I think some of these macro stuff at the minute actually looks reasonably good. For me, though, it's still super volatile. We'll see what it looks like from an institutional perspective. FYI, it does look like we're actually going to get a little bit of inflows from ETFs tomorrow, which will be good. So BlackRock look like they're setting up to be buying. And if they're buying, then that's good news. So again, you can see here, not the super biggest number in the world you've ever seen, but they do look like we are setting up for some element of purchasing. So this is actually flipped red over the course of the last few hours. But again, you can see this kind of sentiment changing a little bit. So we actually got some inflows yesterday, which was, end of last week. Obviously, the market's very much closed right now, but BlackRock definitely looking like they could be setting up for a purchase on that. As for the rest of the altcoin market, I don't normally go through them, but I think it's probably worth it just in this instance because actually there is definitely some good opportunities within that as well. And I think it's worth noting on some of these. Oops, let me just try and sort you out, TikTok. There we go. So, yeah, so Ethereum holding up, still within the range, but look at the ETH, right? This is one that I definitely think people should be paying attention to. Bitcoin, Bijam! Hey, Too Big, can you please look at AIOZ? Can I hit $2? Happy New Year. Yeah. We can actually. Let's get there in just a second, actually. Let's get there in just a second. Robert Dove, what's going on? Magic says, did you say jobs report, all that coming tomorrow? No. Second week in January, we're going to get a lot of that. 9th of Jan is what you need on your diary. That's the jobs report. So ETH holding up, ETH breaking the 20-day exponential move on average, short-term move, very low volume though. So you kind of can't, well, you have to sort of discredit some of these moves today. But hey, at the same time, actually, they are a reasonably solid move. Okay, Solana held up pretty well. Cardano bouncing back. What are the stories of the day? Aerodrome Finance with a nice bounce here on Aerodrome. So watch out for this one. Zebek, we touched on this yesterday, 7% as well. And there's a number of other coins. AVAX breaking back above 13. So some nice little moves here. Jasmine does 4%. Ondo 6. Someone asked me about that right at the very start. Do you think, Shine, yeah, Jake Clever should follow me? I was giving him a bit of heat today, actually. I don't want people to think I'm gone bearish, by the way, in XRP, but I just think that you have to be careful. When you kind of start saying stuff that you can't back up and you almost have absolutely zero credibility with what you're predicting, I just think you have to be careful. Right, I need to tighten this up a little bit. How do I tighten this up a little bit? Is it there? Oh, that's the wrong way. Ugh. Oh, there we go, boys. Let's get it. Way better. Way better. That's not going to move. Okay. So, yeah, he should follow me, in fairness. I think some people should. But, yeah. I got on Onyx from Jet. Yeah. Oh, dear me. Wild, by the way. Wild. So, yeah. So, look at this. Aerodrome with a nice little bounce. Where else did we see some good moves today? ICP, Crow, Link, all having a decent move. Nothing super crazy. AIOZ. Was someone asking about this? B-Jam, what do you say? Look at AIOZ, hit $2. I mean, if you get... And by the way, I think you have to be in a world at the minute where you don't predict specific coins. You just predict whether the market's going to go. Stick around. We're going to break down 6 reasons the market may pump this year that I think are important. But look, $2 on AIOZ is a big ask. I mean, has it ever been at $2? That's the question you got to ask yourself. Has it ever been at $2? Why is it then going to run to $2 right now? You know, it would be a brand new all-time high for it. Do I think it gets there at the minute? No. I quite like AIOZ, by the way. We're not even the investment group, but I would be certainly looking for a reversal. That's what you need to see right now. The daily candle is awful, and it's showing no signs of reversal, so be careful on that one. That's my opinion. Fetch, I had a bit of a bounce. Actually, so you look at the difference here on Fetch. In my opinion, Fetch would be a potentially better trade because, look, you're pretty much at the bottom right now. So you can see this wick here that came down. We got a nice bounce off this wick. We're down again at this range. I'm not saying it's going to move. I'm not saying that you should absolutely be doing anything, but... you know, certainly that would be one that's that I would be looking at. Canton Network, I do think if you get some good momentum with this could be a very, very interesting trade. Like I said, I took a trade on this earlier on. Turned out to be pretty solid as well. So keep your eyes peeled on that. And then look, Pepe skyrocketing today. And really without the Ethereum move, which I think is even more interesting. So actually, when you look at Pepe... this is a nice little move, once again, off this bottom range here. So, you know, this kind of wick down that we saw back on October 10th, as much as it's, oh my God, October 10th was an absolute freaking disaster. It is actually highlighting some really key levels here at the bottom. So Pepe with a nice little move today, as are some of the meme coins. And again, the rest of the markets you kind of can't really care about because obviously everything is kind of closed right now. So just don't stress it, in my opinion. But BTC holding up. This is the chart I think we all want to see. And for me right now, definitely the one that we should be a little bit more interested in. Wow, I am very, very close on that. TikTok just got a massive nostril image. So Griff with a 5 gifted. Holy crap. Thank you, Griff. Griff with a 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. If you have just received a gifted membership from Griff, just tell him, you know, say thank you. Thanks, Griff. And let me know if you're in the Discord and you can have access to that premium Discord. Again, we'll show you some cool stuff that we've got going on within there as well. So definitely recommend getting involved with that one. I'll show you it all in a little bit. Yeah, shout out to you, Griff. Thank you so much, man. Don't forget as well, channel members, you need to stick around at the end of this stream because we're going to switch to members only, baby. Because we do have a little bit of a surprise for you guys. So yeah, stick around. It's going to be epic as always. Okay, good. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Let's get into then a little bit more on what is happening. And I want to talk specifically about some of these reasons that we could see BTC move, and then want to break them down in a little bit more detail. So we're not going to kind of spend too much time on them, but I want to just sort of walk through a little bit as to kind of what they are and what we need to be aware of, okay? Because I think sometimes it is easy to get hung up on potential price movements, all that sort of stuff. Let's actually macro dial it down and see what's going on with it, all right? Let's do it. Started to get back involved with everything. Saw my company and retired. Wow. Took time off for myself and the family. Spent time building up Moon Boy on silent level. Traveled and spent a lot of money. We all know that. Yeah, shout out to you, Ghost. Man, that's awesome. Like, genuinely, that is awesome being retired, man. I love that. Love that. Nice to see Jasmine up today. Yeah. Hey, 2-Bit. Happy New Year. Everyone, any idea when things are up or why things are up? Yeah, low liquidity in the markets and no institutional dumping. Anything you would long right now? Well, I mean, Canton Network is interesting when you look at it on a shorter time frame, but yeah, I mean, there's a couple of opportunities. I still think wait until the markets open back up because I think the risk could be the US markets, etc. But hey, let's get into it in a little bit more detail. It's going to be good. Mr. Johnny, what's going on, buddy? Have a happy Griffmas. That's brilliant. Love that. Fane Crypto, good to see you. Welcome in. Swamp's here as well. Good to see you, Swamp. Don't forget, everybody, if you haven't already hit the like and subscribe button, do that for me. That would be great. WF Capital in the building as well. So yeah, hit the like and subscribe button. Let's get bullish on this. Okay, so let's talk a little bit then about what is a couple of reasons that we think maybe we get some solid moves in the market. So I think it's fair to say that 2025 was a quote-unquote disappointing year for cryptocurrency. I think it's fair to say that. We touched on this yesterday. Yearly close now, break the 4-year cycle. If you haven't caught my videos talking about that, I highly recommend going and checking those out. But essentially, it turned into be a bit of a Damien. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. It turned into a bit of a non-existent year. We got loads of good stuff, loads of positives, but it didn't or hasn't quite played out as we hoped. And we were hoping for way more. I think it's fair to say, right? I'm going to bring this chart up because this will make some sense in a minute. But that then plays into what could look like for 2026. And there's a really interesting survey done by K33 and what they talk about. And this is kind of where I'm going to take a little bit of my steer from and sort of walk through where I think they're probably right and where I think they aren't. And I think that's probably worthwhile discussing it. And then I want to get your views. I want to get your thoughts. I want to get your opinions and certainly, you know, your kind of views on where you believe the market's going to go. So let's get into it. So the view is, by the way, from many people that they believe now 2026 is actually going to be a very bullish year for cryptocurrency. Once again, at this moment in time, I'm sitting on the fence. I've said this all along. January and February, we'll know. I actually think by the second week of February, we'll get an idea as to how this is going to play out. But the fact that they say Trump administration support, new crypto legislation are going to be some of the key drivers, as long as, you know, Bitcoin potential reserves, access to the Clarity Act, and much more. These are all things that are expected to come in the kind of new year and, you know, kind of where we get to in that. So one of the big things that I think is really interesting to think about, and we've always talked about this narrative, right? We've always talked about it. And I don't really hear a lot of other people discussing Bitcoin, the crypto market in this way, right? But the price on Bitcoin right now is an attractive price point. Now, what you'd be thinking, what's going on Fairground? You'd be thinking, what the hell are you talking about, too? But like, look at it. We've dumped Perino down from where we should have been. But this is my point exactly. Is that actually Bitcoin on a year-on-year is an attractive price. We've always said, driven by liquidity, what someone is prepared to pay, what is someone prepared to sell for, is essentially how you drive price in this market. With the exception of certain coins that can mint them or that have intrinsic value, the fact of the matter is that simply put, with a fixed supply, it is supply and demand, right? It doesn't change. It never will change. That is simply how it's going to look. But if you then said, well, we rallied to $126,000. This was always pretty good news. We came into the year prior to any positive announcements from Trump. Trump ran on being pro-crypto, right? We know he did. He ran on reserves. He ran on don't sell your Bitcoin. Like, that was a big, big player, right? But we were at 96,400, I think, at the start of the year. So you can see here, look. For Bitcoin in December, 109,000, we was the wick. The close, oh, that's January, sorry. The close was the lower end of this. So like 92,600 was kind of the end of December, right? That's probably that's probably sort of where we ended up. So reasonably 96,000. So what does that mean? Well, it means we're actually lower right now. You would essentially have got a 10% discount on your BTC from where we were last year. Therefore, this means at an attractiveness level, Bitcoin is actually undervalued. It's trading at pre-Trump levels. So this is the point here. If you have pivots from Trump and you have more adoption from Trump and he does, stuff around paying debts off or whatever the rest of it, actually Bitcoin is a relatively undervalued asset. If you compare this to, say, something like gold, you compare it to the silver market, and I'll talk about why I think silver is going to pump like mad pretty soon as well. But again, I stand by the fact, and I'll prove it to you guys, it might not be till tomorrow night, that I think it's fake, right? I think it's a manufactured pump on silver, but that's for a different live stream, okay? But actually, the BTC fundamentals, right? The fundamentals of Bitcoin. What does it do? How does it? Why is it worth what it's worth? Haven't changed, right? And so many people are getting hung up on this. So many people are like, oh my God, the price is going to zero. Like, I should have sold 100. Yeah, maybe you should if you want to short-term trade it. You know, if you're holding ass crack, you know what we've always said, then yeah, you probably should have got out of that trade. But the fact is the fundamentals on BTC have not changed. Therefore, from an ETF, institution, global, whatever it talks about, right? Same with XRP. Didn't hit $100 yesterday, but nothing's really changed, okay? So the fact is that they are in a view that BTC is still undervalued. And if you compare BTC, and I think this is a really interesting chart, by the way, and I'm going to do a full video on this because I think people have got this wrong. And we've talked about this. And we've also talked about the fact that, yeah, MSTR is printing negative on the quarter. The yield is still relatively flat. But I just think people have got this wrong. They go, oh, MicroStrategy is going to go broke. It's going to default at 74,000. The fact is, it's going to be so tied to the BTC market. No one cares when Bitcoin was at 126,000. Is Sailor going to sell? No. But we'll talk about this. But so many people believe, well, it's like this. Is MicroStrategy right now a undervalued company based on the assets it has? Yes. Why? The value of its Bitcoin is worth more than the company valuation. Like, just think about that, right? It's like going into a shop and someone's like, hey, we're selling Mars bars. Well, how much are the Mars bars? Well, the Mars bars are 10p, but if you buy it, we give you a coupon for another Mars bar for 15p. You'd be like, hold on a minute, so I make 5p by buying a Mars bar. They're like, yeah. And you're like, holy shit, this is great. That's my opinion on this. Bits Blaze in the house. What's going on? Bits Blaze. So this is why I'm talking about Bitcoin being undervalued, okay? And specifically why you've got companies that are now trading undervalue. So that's why MSTR is very, very different. And there's loads of stuff going into MicroStrategy that's not just about the Bitcoin price. But essentially, that is where I get with that. Now, what are some of the other things, or what's the next thing that we all need to think about and that could definitely play into it? And it's this, right? I know you guys can't see it on TikTok, all right? But don't worry, just keep smashing the like button. Is Fed rate cuts. Now, yes, you would say, well, 2-bit. January's not going to happen. Like, look at it. Look at it. It's we're not going to see this. It's not going to move. Everyone doesn't care. The Federal Reserve's doing it. There is a view, by the way, and I saw a very interesting synopsis of Kevin Warsh. They reckon he'll dump it 100 basis points. I don't think he will, by the way. I think he's the absolute opposite. Kevin Hassett's more likely to do that. But the fact that we expect further rate cuts from the Federal Reserve might not come in January, might not come in February, because we know that the labor market is actually moving forward a little bit. But investors in the markets are largely expecting the Federal Reserve to hold rates at the early part, but potentially then cut rates 2, maybe even 3 times across 2026, depending on what happens in the jobs market. So actually what you're going to get an easing in monetary policy. It's going to be contrasting to 2018, which was a bear market. It's actually going to be contrasting to 2025. That's the big difference. Last year, we absolutely had quantitative tightening, restrictive monetary policy, $1 trillion sat in the general account for the US, right? This year, 26, totally different. So this is going to be important, right? We absolutely, in my opinion, will probably get 3 rate cuts depending on the jobs market, okay? Which I think is going to be pretty interesting as well. So keep your eyes peeled on that one. And I think this will align to a lot on here. And actually, when you look at it, March looks like it probably ends up at this moment in time being flat, but there is a high chance that we get a rate cut. April, rate cut. June is going to stay relatively flat. Guess what July is going to do? Expectation, rate cut. So by mid-year, by July, you could be under 3%, right, on interest rates. That's assuming that the economy stays the same, GDP doesn't grow, labor market doesn't weaken anymore, like all of that sort of stuff. You get a booming CPI, PPI comes in, PCE comes down, tariffs have been delayed again. Like, you could be at 2.5% by mid-year. Inflation in the US actually dropped below 2% today, which again is a super, super bullish news. Thoughts on XMR? I mean, it's an old school 21. This is going to be really controversial, right? So don't hate me. But ABCDEFG says ETH is the best. Ethereum, the Hagoda upgrade, look out for that. Mid-year, they are introducing privacy onto the Ethereum network. It's going to revolutionize the game, right? More on that in a different video, but watch out. Ethereum, Hagoda network, upgrade. Oh, shit. Forget Zcash. Forget Monero. Ethereum, baby. That's where it's going, all right? Told you it was a good idea not to sell your Ethereum. Anyway, that's where we get Trump administration, right? Trump administration. You may be thinking, 2-bit, come on, you don't do this. Why are you saying the Trump administration? We already know that Trump's pro-cryptocurrency. Well, the fact is that Trump's crypto empire continues to grow with a new plan to issue tokens to Trump media shareholders. What? He's gonna pump the Trump meme coin. I got Ethereum to ERC20 assets. Nice, Paul. Good to see you, Paul. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. I'm looking forward to next year. Clever video to see what he's saying next. Isn't he doing a live stream tonight? I don't think I would convert my soul to ETH at the minute. I would find... I mean, I hold a reasonably decent bag of ETH anyway, but I think if I was in loads of fringe coins, I'd be looking to do that. Maybe some trades. I'd be trying to convert a little bit back into Ethereum as an example. Like if you sort of trade meme coins or, you know, I guess higher risk coins, I'd be trying to convert that back into, say, something like Ethereum, just rather than like Bitcoin at the minute. All good, my friend. YouTube channel. Yeah, let's go, Paul. Love it. I need to have a look at that. Is it the same name? Paul Gallant 3675. I'll take a look at it, bro. Silver Days. What's going on, buddy? Welcome in. I have a little bit of silver. Love that. Love that. Cool Cat's in the house. What's going on, Cool Cat? Silver will go back up. They spent billions smashing it down. Yeah, well, I said, watch out. China have got a big hand in that. I'm not sure, Shine, actually. I just saw that loads of people were saying that it's going to be a pretty tasty live stream. So yeah. So look, the Trump effect. He's obviously bullish on crypto, or he's bullish on the potential of crypto, right? You've got administrative support as well. Lots of the administration and the Trump administration are pro cryptocurrency. And sort of back to the previous point we've said, if he gets Kevin Hassett into the game, you know, he's an ex-Coinbase advisor, so you have Kevin Hassett that'll definitely bring Federal Reserve rates down, while at the same time being pro-cryptocurrency as well. Now, I don't know if he's disclosed whether he owns any or not, but hey, they're two big things that are definitely going to pump the market. And the fact that even this, that Trump media has announced plans to launch a crypto token based on the Kronos blockchain. Who would have thought that? All you people said Crow was going to zero. What? Yeah. Absolutely wild. So you could get a Trump media token. We'll keep an eye on it. I think people may FOMO that and it might not be a good idea, but definitely could have some opportunity. Remember, if you're not sure, go and look at Libra, the Malay token launched. Everyone absolutely FOMO'd that, thinking it was going to be the next Trump coin, and everyone got wrecked on it. So I'd be really mindful. And if it's got links to certain people, which I'll deep dive into this mother trucker, then I will. I'll make sure you do that. Bitcoin B-Jam, what's going on? It says, can we get alt season, or is it bear market time? Scared of getting wrecked in bear season? I do think we could get an alt season. I said yesterday that I'm officially going on record and saying I think 2026 is going to be a bullish year for crypto, but I do think we need to just wait for the first couple of weeks. January the 9th is our first pull of some solid data, and I think that will give us an idea as to where markets are going to go, what the potential trend of the market's going to be, and whether we actually do have the minerals to do it. So as much as I do believe it, hence why I'm talking about this tonight, I absolutely believe that we've got to just get a couple of weeks into the new year. I'm still in stablecoin. I've been trading. You know, you guys know I took a Bitcoin long and I took the Canton long as well. So yeah, I think there's opportunity out there. Just to be mindful of it. Just my opinion. If you haven't already, by the way, give us a quick thumbs up. Give us a quick hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Likewise, if you're here on TikTok as well, don't forget, lock in a few likes. Just makes you feel better. It's my opinion. Ondo does this. I got 3 meme the same thing. What? Ondo? I like Ondo, by the way. So yeah, this could be good news, by the way. And we'll see what happens. Like Trump media, don't forget, they're big on ETFs. They've done a load of stuff. So this is an interesting one, specifically with Trump media, okay? So keep your eyes on it. Number 4. What could number 4 be? 2-bit. Number 4 is the likelihood or the available of a US strategic Bitcoin reserve. Been talked about now for a year, has been discussed for a year. Don't forget, the US currently holds $20 billion of Bitcoin, 233,000. You might go, 2-bit, what are you talking about? You're full of crap. Bro, we track those wallets. We're not your standard crypto channel here. We make sure we know what's going on. And that's why this year is going to be the best year in the world. So make sure you're dialed in because, hey, if you're not, you're going to miss out. We're going to send it this year. I want to break 100,000 subscribers in 2026. I mean, that's an insane goal, but I feel like we're on the precipice of going viral. And that might be me just being naive, but I think so. We got some good content. Videos are good. I'm changing things up a little bit. I'm researching, working incredibly hard. And yeah, we're going to absolutely full send it. So here you go. Look, this is the Bitcoin wallet for the US government. You can see there how much BTC they have. An absolute whopping chopper amount, 29 billion. Over 20 billion BTC. So this actually is a growing amount. The fact is that even if they don't necessarily buy any BTC, which I think a lot of people were always in the world of, well, we want to see them buy it. If they just simply announce, hey, Bitcoin strategic reserve. There we go. Jobs are good and let's rock and roll. This will be good news, right? Even if the US government never buys BTC, they hold it in a strategic reserve. This will be good news, right? Essentially not selling, certainly while the Trump administration is in. Now, one of the biggest catalysts that could come this year, and we've sort of talked about it, but it got dismissed really, really quickly because people were a bit like, well, maybe not. Like, I'm not really sure. The fact that this has been announced, this forms definitely part of the initial discussion that we had. And in my opinion, we're certainly seeing the potential for this to already happen is the 401k opportunity, right? The 401k opportunity. So Trump opened the door for the crypto in retirement accounts. So he opened up the opportunity for 401ks to potentially make it easier for people who are retiring to hold alternative assets, including crypto, right? This is a big deal. If just give you a number of this, by the way, 1% of the 401ks in the US right now would give you around $87 billion worth of Bitcoin. Like, think about that. It's an absolutely insane amount. 10%, $870 billion. Like, you know, it would be one of the biggest holders out there. Absolutely insane. Price prediction for ETH. We will stick around. I'll go back to the ETH chart and we'll take a quick look at it. Let me get this one model. So yeah, the 401k thing may be a nothing burger. We do have to be mindful of that. It may be an absolute nothing burger because it may not come. However, we already know that certain elements have already joined. How can I join? Musik, you can head over to my Discord, link in my bio and jump into the Discord. It's totally free. We do have a premium Discord as well, which you just become a channel member. On YouTube, link is also in there, or through wop.com, link in there, and then you get access to our premium Discord, trade alerts, also the bot that's in there that literally can tell you what's going on in the markets, all of that. It's about, I think it's like $10 a month, something like that. Definitely worth getting involved in. But check out my bio, link to the Discord, get in there, it's all in there. So yeah, combined with supportive financial advisors, guidance from Morgan Stanley and Bank of America established strong foundations for meaningful BTC adoption in 2026. We already know that these banks are coming. And just for the minute, don't all jump at me at once. Forget XRP and the banks just for a second. Banks are already involved with Bitcoin. They're already custodying cryptocurrency. JP Morgan Chase themselves have gone, oh, well, yeah, we'll kind of custody crypto for our users. Like, what? Obviously, XRP is going to change the world, but, you know, that is definitely where I get to. So this 401k narrative is going to be super, super bullish. And in my opinion, one to keep an eye out for. And that then leaves one thing, and one thing only, which could end up being the biggest thing in the world, or it could end up being a complete waste of time. The question then is, what are we talking about? And the answer is the Clarity Act, the thing we've been waiting for, which feels like forever. And I guess, why is this important? The landmark cryptocurrency bill set to a framework for how banks and crypto firms can use and sell digital assets. This is why it's important. Because no more I mean, there'll still be manipulation, right? You can't deny that. But the fact of the matter is that the selling of digital assets will become structured, regulated, and watched by Congress, by law enforcement to a degree. Obviously, there'll be some like crack teams that are going to do it. But yeah, the Senate expected to vote on this bill early in the first quarter of this year. And that this ultimately could unlock a ton of stuff, right? A ton of stuff. The fact that this basically gives the green light to banks, it gives the green lights to the 401k narrative, it gives the green light to investors, because if you think about it, and the ETFs would be a really good example of that you could have an ETF inflow day where people are like, holy crap, like, let's get into this asset, like, it's going to be super bullish. Everyone dives in, what happens next day? 6% decline. Everyone's like, damn, this is a scam. Like, why the hell would I get involved in this? This means that they will have an element of, you know, I wouldn't say safety because it's not, is it? But yeah, it could be interesting. Is that what's stopping institutional adoption? I think it's what's stopping institutional FOMO. I think institutional adoption is here because if you look at ETFs, you look at banks, you look at strategic reserves that we've had, you've got it. I think the difference is institutional FOMO. And what do I mean by that? That's where you've just got everyone getting involved in it. And it'll happen. Like, I believe it's going to happen, by the way. And I believe you'll just start to get, companies will just start to buy it. Look at recent announcements from the Nike CEO buying his own stocks and all this kind of stuff. Like, you're going to see way more of this where you get CEOs starting to get involved, and it won't be long. And it'll only be, you know, someone will buy a chunk of it. Not like crypto, you know, no one cares that Michael Saylor buys Bitcoin, right? No one cares. I know people think they do, but no one cares. But yeah, look at this. Nike CEO buys $1 million in shares, stock rise 2.6%. Like, this is kind of the thing where I think we start to see real crazy adoption from an institutional perspective. So yeah, that's my view. Formix, what's going on? Greetings, welcome in. Welcome in everyone tuned on TikTok. Shout out to you guys. And obviously welcome to everybody here on YouTube as well. Welcome to Happy 2026. We're breaking down what's going on in the markets. We're going to get into some more broader stuff in just a second. Some very interesting charts I think you guys need to see. But yeah, that's kind of where I sit. 6 reasons. Let me know what you guys think. Do you believe that those 6 reasons could play out? I think we've got some pretty bullish news in all of that. We need Ripple, gold, and silver. Yeah, good afternoon from Lakeland, Florida. What's going on, Kev? Good to see you, man. But do you think... I love it. But do you think altcoin holders should expect to see their coins go close to 2025 highs, exceed them, or not see those prices again for a few years? So I personally think right now, if all of those 6 things, or most of those 6 things that we just talked about come in, I would hold on to your assholes because I think altcoins are going to go absolutely crazy. But I do think we have to get a couple of key things. I think it's going to be really interesting from a UK market because obviously we've now changed tax laws over here specifically to crypto assets. But if we were to get a run in 2026, I think it could be one of the most insane runs that we've seen yet. I think it could rally, 2021 levels. Do you know about CCP Mine? I do not. I do not. I don't think so. 90 in the room, money 52. Smash the like button for New Year's stream. Let's get it fit in crypto. Thank you so much. But yeah, I definitely think, again, though, my view, by the way, Stu, is I'm waiting and seeing. We've got data that's coming on the 9th of Jan. Big employment data that you need to be aware of. Aligned to also Federal Reserve, ISM stuff coming next week on Monday. Next week's a big week. ISM on Monday. You've got job openings coming in. You've got housing, non-farm payrolls. You've got Michigan consumer sentiment comes in on Jan 9th. You also get the unemployment rate Jan 9th as well. And then we go into CPI and PPI the week after. But yeah, Jan 9th. By January the 9th, I think we can make a pretty solid prediction as to whether we believe the market's going to be good or bad. All right. Stick around. Goldman Sachs said 7 trillion is really coming through 401k. Yeah, which is insane if you think about it. And even if you've got 1% of it, like, do you know what I mean? It's a massive number, isn't it? Massive number. BITUNIX, what's going on, buddy? Happy New Year, 2-Bit. What's going on, man? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to 2026. First stream of the year. We're getting it good. Smash up the like button to a brand new all-time high. If you're brand new here as well, hit that subscribe button. Andy Box is in the building. What's going on? Sarge! Hey, Sarge. I just want to publicly say shout out to you, by the way, because there was somebody, I'm not going to mention names, by the way, but somebody was put a comment. They were like, oh, this guy, even if Bitcoin went to $1, would be bullish. Absolutely ridiculous. Complete clown. Doesn't know what he's talking about. You were like, bruh, are you serious right now? Like, at no point has he been like, I can't remember what you said, but at no point is he like ridiculously over-optimistic. Like, I've always tried to have an element of, balance. I will always trend on the side of being more optimistic than being negative because I think that's just good to be that way in life anyway. My glass is always half full. I'm always halfway there. I'm never behind the curve. Do you know what I mean? I don't live my life like that. But yeah, shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. Not many people would do that. Not many people take the time out to shout out in the comments. So shout out, man. I appreciate you for sure. Fairground says smash the like, folks. Yeah, do it. Smash up the like button to brand new all-time high. I'm always negative. Fairground, your new 2026 view is don't be negative. Fairground, I've seen your TikTok. You're a ledge. Let's get it, mate. Let's get it. 2026, the year that this community wins, all right? I mean, secretly, I want myself to win as well, but you get my point. Oh, dear me. XRP breaking out of the downward trend on my chart. RPM, let's take a look at it. I'm down for it. What are you on? Depends what you're on, though, RPM. I talked about this. I still think we need to see this lower range here. 190 I'm looking for a break on XRP. Just my opinion. Paul says, I wonder when Trump will grab BTC 1 million per coin. Maybe 26. Maybe. Again, the Trump thing's going to be a big thing. I'm always trying to join, but I couldn't. I can't change it right now. The bio link is definitely right for TikTok. I'm sure it is. Hold on a minute. Maybe I can do something here, actually. Maybe I can do it on my computer. Let me see. Welcome to 22. What's your thoughts on Samuel Banner chart? No, stop it. I don't want any sound. I don't know what chart that is. You'd have to let me know what it is. Right. Let me see if I can just adjust a couple of bits here. Settings. Oh, there we go. Actually, hold on a minute. Yeah, that Discord works, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, the Discord link definitely works. I've literally just checked it. I've just checked it. So if you click on my bio, like click on my face, then you'll see the Discord link. It should be EPXDX6DZGRSU. Click on that. It's going to get you in. You got to have a Discord account, and you've got to have a Discord account that's longer than, I think it's like 24 hours. Put it on the bingo card. 2-bit loses it with bullishness. You think, no, I don't want to lose it with bullishness. I'm going to be so bullish. It's unbelievable. Banner chart 150 years old chart is mind-blowing. Or the Benner chart. Oh, maybe I have seen that one. Let me check it. Is it the... Hold on, let me see. Maybe I have seen it. Yeah, I have seen this one. I have seen it. Yeah, I don't know if it... I know... It is kind of wild. That is... we can sort of see this. Yeah, I've definitely seen this before. With the assumption of where the... where liquidity moves and where kind of prices come in. So yeah, we're due a pump, aren't we here? Look. It doesn't align to anything else, though. That's the only thing that I would say. That's the only kind of unusualness about it. But yeah, 26 says sell. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see. B, years of good times, high price and time to sell stocks and values of all kind. 2026 here, look. So, you know, we'll see. I mean, by the way, it might be the answer that we get this insane move up and then, yeah, like everyone sells and gets out. Thoughts on World Liberty Financial go up? I'm still holding World Liberty Financial. I'm still holding it, and I think it will go up. If Trump's going to pump crypto this year, and you believe that narrative, you've got to believe that World Liberty Financial will do the same. So it's been in a macro uptrend from the, you know, it bottomed here at 1061, and actually, it's a pretty solid uptrend in fairness. It's a small macro uptrend, similar to kind of what we got on BTC, but look at this. You know, we'll probably get another retest as it continues up. So if you believe Trump's going to put the market up, you've got to believe World Liberty Financial is going as well. You need multiple monitors for Discord, as I tried YouTube and Discord same time my channel. I've got multiple monitors. I've got another monitor here. So on this monitor, I have the live stream, OBS, so I can see what's going on. Then I have a full 32-inch widescreen monitor here as well. You guys will be able to see it when I've got a camera up here somewhere. So yeah, I've got Discord up here. If I need to bring Discord up, I can. I've literally have it. I can see Discord here. I've got it. Got it. It's all here. So yeah, I can show you the Discord as well, by the way. In fact, I'm going to show you this really quickly. This is why getting involved is super, super bullish in the Discord. Here, look. So this is in the Discord bot. It's super cool. You can bring TA up. You just slash, and then it's going to bring you all the cool stuff that we can do with this. So, for example, you can go all the way down here, and you can look trending coins on CoinGecko for search volume. Let's see what they've got. And it's going to do this. It's going to go, and it's going to tell you, like right now, that Leta on CoinGecko is trending. Pepe, Pudgy Penguins, Monad. So Monad's moving. Let's take a look at the Monad link. And this is loads of stuff, by the way. It brings all sorts of stuff in. So yeah, this is kind of bringing some stuff down here. I don't know why that just opened, but it also gives you some trading analysis that you can look at. And yeah, heat map of the top 300 coins, look. So you can kind of look and see which ones are moving and what's not. All good stuff, by the way. All good stuff. And that's why I think people should get bullish on what's going on. Let's take a look really quickly at Monad, because that is telling us that is a trending coin on CoinGecko. So let's see what is playing out in terms of price. Where is Monad? Where have I got it? Oh, I had it on here somewhere. Monad, where are you? Where have I not got it on here? Mon USD. On Coinbase. Oh man, did I not really have that? Yeah, 3.5%. Look at that. Nice. Nice little bounce to 2.3 on Monad. Bullish, baby. So yeah, look at that. Nice little bounce off the bottom there. 1676 on the 20-day exponential moving average. Call me surprised. Monad looking like it might break. Where are we looking at with this right now? I mean, it needs to push probably a little bit higher. 2563. Break at that level there. Looks like it could be pretty interesting. Nice little move, though, here on Monad. Yeah, pretty solid. Off that bottom range as well. Look at that. Yeah, bullish. I like it. Starting to see people in exchange talking about Pepe. What are your thoughts? I mean, Pepe's moving today, definitely. Again, I think I still hold a good position in Pepe. It's way down, though. Way down. And, you know, maybe this market catches a lot of people out. We were saying, well, the market has been super fearful. That's the time to be buying. But, yeah, Pepe with a nice move. Right now, holding the 50-day exponential moving average. A break above that. Could be good news, I think. Could be good news. People aren't bullish enough. You're probably right. James says, so, if 7 trillion 401k money comes in, says 60-30-10 split on the market, that's 4.2 trillion to BTC, 2. Yeah, I mean, it'd be freaking wild. It'd be freaking wild. So yeah, I'm down for that. Only 65 likes, 88 watching. Let's hit it. Come on, Silver Days. Get them whipped up into a frenzy. Let's get bullish on this market. What's going on, Alvin? Happy 2026. Hey, bro, you? Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm really good. Pepe is the little frog, yeah. Pepe is the little frog. Justin Crypto says Casper. I mean, I haven't looked at Casper for ages. I did see some people starting to repost about it, though. Where's it at? Casper. Where's it at right now? It's a 4-3. I mean, the only thing I would say with Casper right now is just a little bit quiet, isn't it? It's a little bit quiet, but, and this is the big but that I've been saying with a number of coins, is that if you got a bottom, so the bottom's here right now, and if the markets hold up, then this could be a nice bounce. We just got to see this bounce happen. How do we get this bounce happen? We need to see BTC continue to push. So for me, the next sort of, probably 3 days are going to be important going into next week, because this is kind of where we're going to make a decision. It's decision time on BTC. And if we get a break, happy days. If we don't, then yeah. Motormax says Pepe is exploding. I told you 2 days ago. Did you tell me 2 days ago? Man, I must have missed that. I'm sorry. But hey, shout out to you. If you did get it right, you definitely should be in our Discord channel. But yeah, I took a punt on Elysios. Just a gut feeling. ABC, nice. Ripple RUSD going live in Japan. Yeah, I saw that. ROUSD is going live everywhere, by the way. It's currently in Africa as well, doing very, very well over there. This is after regulation. 99% of crypto will go after regs. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, I was looking at the UK stuff. Obviously, if you're a UK citizen, they've now started to get information sent by crypto exchanges to HMRC. They want to look at your tax returns. They want to see what your gains are. It's not as straightforward as I think maybe people think it is. It's actually a load more to it. And yeah, loads more to it. I'm actually going to sort of dive a little bit deeper into it and give you a little bit more of an upside view, should we say. But yeah, I think there's kind of a lot of stuff going on at the background. And I think there's this theory that regulation are going to break the markets. I don't think so. If anything, I actually think they'll be okay. I think they'll actually do a pretty good job. So yeah. So what do you think about Sol? Love Solano. Solano? I love Solana. All my Solana is currently staked, earning 6.45% yield on that baby. So yeah, big upside move. Just if you're interested in Solana, go and look at DeFi Llama. It's going to tell you all of what's happening over there. Transaction stable coin markets absolutely exploding on Solana. Forget meme coins on Solana. No one cares about that. Actual usage of it. That's good news. And at 125, I think Solana's undervalued, big time undervalued. Now, doesn't mean that I'm going to go and dump my entire house mortgage into it. But again, Solana's in a nice little uptrend. I would definitely go and take a look at it. And yeah, if you want to look at stablecoin utilization, DEX build outs, all go to DeFiLlama.com. Go and have a look at it. But yeah, Solana, bullish on Solana. It's like my second biggest holding, I think. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled on it. All right, good. What's going on? Where are we at? We've got loads of time left on the stream. Let's go, baby. We've got 20 odd minutes. I'm going to post this live to my Facebook to repost on my page. Let's do it, bro. Yeah. Bro, send me a message on Telegram or something. It's good to connect with the other content creators. I'm down for it. I've been a lonely voice in this space. I don't really get into the drama with a lot of people. I don't get into the whole, content creator crew. I was once in one and it was just awkward. I can't be bothered anymore. I'd rather be dialed into the community and we absolutely make things happen. So yeah, connect with me on X or on Telegram. Be cool. I would try and buy Ripple, however, USD no good in the United Kingdom. Really? Paul, really? So I found that Monzo is a pretty good account to if you want to get stuff in, but you have to sort of go through Coinbase, But yeah, worthwhile looking at. Zebek Network doing very well today. Yeah, Zebek's on a move. Nice little move. And yeah, some altcoins are good. We need to see this continuation tomorrow, though. It's great that we've got, alts are moving today, but tomorrow they might be an absolute sack of spanners. So we do need to sort of be mindful of that. I was just going to check Aerodrome's APRs, by the way. So I have all my Aerodrome staked as well, but I don't know what it's doing right now. We'll see. Let's see what it has. It was like 7% last time. It was terrible. Terrible. Where's it at right now? 5% Aerodrome, bro. What the heck? Get out of here. Awful. Anyway, good. Profit take on equities and metals. Consumer shift to savings after you. Yeah, right, good. We need to get into some more of this stuff. We definitely need to get into a little bit more stuff that I've been talking about. So let me close a few of these windows down and let's get into some pretty important charts that we haven't really discussed. Long-term holder supply, we touched on this before, by the way, months of distribution for long-term holders. Now they're not selling. What does that mean? It means the bottom could be in, they're accumulating. We actually now start to look like a reversal is happening in the markets. So good news. Best entry for BTC. End user, what's going on? Happy New Year to you, Happy New Year to you, my man. Best entry for BTC. Ladder in your entries is always my opinion. And I mean, right now, you've got probably two things I would think about. You've got a key level around 87,563, which is the bottom of the 2 wicks. The lower range is 86,960. So if you were let's say you had $1,000 to invest. This is not financial advice, by the way. I'm absolutely not telling you what to do. You would want to probably have a 250 buy-in at around 87.5, another 250 buy-in at 87, and I would sit on the 500 and see what happened. That's my view. That's my view. BMAX says the bottom is in now. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. We haven't retested this lower range here, this lower support since, November 21st. So yeah, good news. But this is an important chart to reference. Are the long-term holders done selling? Historically, when long-term holders stop selling, what happens? You see here from the previous move back in April 25 that long-term holders start to accumulate once again. We have a little bit of a lag and then boom, shakalaka, the price starts to move. We've probably got a delay of about, 2 weeks? And then we start to move. What does 2 weeks take us to? Well, they're like 11th or 12th of January. Do you know what I mean? So this was obviously, they started doing this in, I think it was like December the 27th or something like that. So we pretty much end on the number for that 9th of Jan. So keep your eyes on it. When we talk about institutions, by the way, look at this. Institutions and ETFs bought more Bitcoin than the network produced. And this is an important fact to think about if you look longer term, all right? So I'm not maybe talking 26. We're talking 2030, 2040, your kids, all the rest of it. But actually, the fact is that they are buying more BTC than is being available to mine. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why Warren Buffett became an investor rather than buying companies. Because actually, over time, that grows way quicker than you can grow profits in a company, right? So again, important to think about it, especially when you look at some of the inflows. And loads of people kind of get hung up on it, but global ETFs purchased over 700,000 BTC, which is pretty freaking crazy. 384,000. So they're doubling the amount that's been made. Supply shock, baby. 2044 when mining is 0.09 a block reward. Can you imagine what that looks like? That's got to be what? $2 million a Bitcoin, maybe? I don't know. Perhaps. Now, one thing to think about here. The world economy has never been this in debt. So lots of debt right now. Global debt jumped over 8 trillion in Q3 and 2025 a record 346 trillion. I'll tell you why this equates to the Bitcoin market in just a minute. Does this affect investing? And let's break this down carefully, right? So the fact is that global debt is skyrocketing. And we all know that. Why is global debt skyrocketing? Because you've got essentially more cost than you need. You look at, for example, look at the UK. It's probably one that's easy to sort of talk about. We're trying to fund a welfare state that we shouldn't be. At some point, that's going to stop. And at some point, similar to kind of what's happening in the US, really, you then start to get this pivot. How do you hedge against debt? What is a solution? Well, a solution is you go into a potentially more lucrative asset. What would that be? It's risk on. When you're so far in debt, it's not right, by the way, but lots of people tend to try and double down on that debt to try and find their way out. So global debt is moving up. This means that they will have to look at other ways of doing it. For example, will Trump go into a Bitcoin reserve? The chances given that are probably pretty high. Have you ever heard of a point and figure chart? No, is the honest answer. RPM says too much money and too many miners for small guys to have a chance, almost as hard as winning. Well, you say that, but Alvin had a little miner in. Is it BitMax or BitAX or something? Hit a block, single miner. It's very rare, but it's possible. Banks will be trying to push retail up big time in the first quarter. Maybe, Johnny, yeah. Sounds like a great incentive to mine and keep a network alive. Yeah, it sounds insane, wouldn't it? Ivan says, what would happen to the way people think about crypto if all banks around the world were able to offer it to their clients? Isn't there currently not too much fear surrounding crypto? I think it's manufactured fear, personally. What do you think about Binance futures trading? I don't do it. I trade on BITUNIX and a little bit on MEXC. If you want to get links to those, check out my Discord. Link does work in the bio. So, yeah, 4.2 terahash. Pretty wild, in fairness. But yeah, I mean, futures trading, you just have to be careful. You can lose everything. Not even you can lose everything. You could literally lose everything. If you cross margin it, you end up with your entire portfolio getting wiped out. So if you're going to trade if you're going to trade leverage, you have to be very, very careful, and you have to kind of know what you're doing. My advice to anyone would be go and research what leverage trading is all about. So many people get caught up in the like, oh my God, I can make life-changing gains. You can, it's just not very often. There is a bigger debate here about alt season. Are we about to get the third alt season of 2026? Always looks similar, just takes longer this year. Again, if this is aligned to the ISM, the delay in the market cycle, all the rest of it, altcoin topped in 2018, topped in 21. Are we about to see the third altcoin season? Maybe, baby. Let's do it. Hopefully we get it. Lots of people predict it. My view, by the way, if you get a Bitcoin rally, you get an altcoin rally. How do you get that? I talk about those 6 things. If you are watching this not live, go back to the start of the video and watch it. They're kind of where we end up being pretty bullish, in my opinion. Good. All right. Maybe we see this. Maybe not. It's going to be important. Now, one of the ones that is worth noting here, the Japanese government bond deal. Everyone's freaking out. Oh my God, Japan's going to come and crash the market again. Gold prices have tracked in the surge in intended costs almost 1-to-1 over the last 2 decades. This is shown even more clearly when adding silver alongside Japan's government bond yields. Put simply, gold and silver are bought as a hedge against the rising cost of global debt. So think about what we just talked about. Think about the narrative that eventually, this is something worth thinking about, gold and silver will be outvalued. What do I mean by that? The price of the product becomes more valuable. Sorry, the product becomes more valuable. No, the price becomes higher than the value of the product. So at some point, silver, and other people will go, well, that don't make any sense. Well, it does, because you can always find more silver. You could always find more gold, right? Really, really important to reference both of those things. That point, then people will look for something else. And I think at that point, that's when you potentially look at something like BTC. You look at something like ETFs specifically tied to BTC, etc. Shandy Bob said, thoughts on BTC rally being different on institutions now here, less funds to move into alts. Yeah, potentially, but don't forget, you've got some of the most profitable and lucrative ETFs on altcoins right now. They're just still very, very, very new. You look at Solana ETFs, you look at XRP ETFs, and wait till you get BlackRock with their Ethereum staked ETF. Like, that thing's going to be freaking wild. You're going to be able to earn like 3% yield on an ETF product that is also going to compound the increase in price of the asset. Like, when you start getting into that world, you're like, bruh, that just means that money's going to flow like you won't believe. And in my opinion, it's got to get to that point. But they're the sort of things right now at an institutional level that I don't think people are talking about enough. A BlackRock Ethereum staked ETF would be wild. We run some numbers on this a while back, and they're pretty big numbers. Pretty big numbers. And then look, Bitcoin, is it severely undervalued? The old rainbow chart, the assumption here that this is why lots of people believe we haven't topped yet. It's just undervalued. We're not there. Do I think Bitcoin will hit 150K? So will ETH run 12K and 26, hopeful. I mean, Tom Lee predicted that it would probably get to that. 150K, if we get a bounce, is probably not a bad prediction. A lot of stuff has to go right. A lot of stuff can go wrong as well at the same time. But you would argue that potentially the move on Bitcoin is probably aligned to something like that. If you get, liquidity comes into the market. And just by the way, we need to have a look at this just as a really, really quick note, because it is important. So a lot of people are getting confused with this as liquidity inputs into the market, which isn't true, by the way. So when we talk about Fed repo debt, loads of people are like, oh, like it's loads of money coming into the market, super bullish. It's not, right? This isn't quite what people think. But what's worth noting here, you might have seen this, they injected $105 billion into the banking sector for overnight the overnight repo argument. Like, what the $106 billion. And don't forget, that mother trucker's got 3.5% on this as well. A lot of people don't understand this. So 105 billion, right? Anyone want to work out what that is? Anyone want to work out what that is from a percentage perspective? $105 billion, 3%. No. Wild. $3 billion the Federal Reserve just got. Anyone? 3.5 billion, you wish, bro. $3 billion. That's essentially what went back into the Federal Reserve. So you've got to believe the Federal Reserve are going to start absolutely dumping some of this money in. That is a freaking absolute monster amount, right? Monster amount. That is as big as we've seen for, well, back pre-pandemic era. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of wild to think about. So, you know, are the banks under stress? Maybe, but you know, that is a whopping chunk of money, that, innit? That is a whopping chunk of money. So Bitcoin BJam, yeah, I agree. Worth noting though, definitely worth noting as you kind of walk through this, especially when you think about that being undervalued, you think about where BTC is going to go, think about 10-year treasuries, stock markets, data centers, all of this stuff, right, is where you sort of get to as a potential, you know, boom shakalaka 2026. Okay, good, right. I didn't realize the time, by the way. It's 10 to. Don't forget, we do have a members only. Can I flick this to members only, by the way? Let me just check. I'm not going to do it just yet, but I wonder if I can. Visibility. Oh, I can go to members only. Bro, you know what we're doing, baby. You know what we're doing. So, yeah, we're gonna full send it on a members only live stream at the end of this stream, all right? At the end of this stream, we'll do it. So if you are a member, you'll have access to it. And if you're not, then you won't. Not saying you have to become a member. You know that I am not about that. But we do have I want to do a little bit more for those that are supporting me. And yeah, so we'll be doing members stream. We'll also be doing some stuff in the Discord as well. So we'll do some stuff in the Discord at the private for the premium members in the Discord as well. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Tom Lee is on CNBC every day. He will have squatters' rights soon. That's true. And he's very bullish on where the markets are going to go. So, I mean, I'm down for it, by the way. I'm down for it. The big acid test is going to be over the course of the next 24 hours. Let's see what it looks like tomorrow. We've got we've definitely got a debate going on with US markets, and let's see what they do. But yeah, Canton Network, by the way, pretty interesting. If you are interested in trading these markets, obviously do check out BITUNIX. Now, good news. This is hot off the press, by the way. Hot off the press, guys. 2 hours, 8 minutes. We're starting a new campaign with BITUNIX. If you are interested, it's pretty epic. There's some cool stuff over there, so I can show you this. Can I show you this? How do I show you this? All right, save as that. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Downloads. There. Does this come up as like a PDF now? Oh, it does. Oh, that's like the most annoying thing in the world. How do I get... Oh, man, what the heck is this about? Opening File Explorer. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to say. Okay. There you go. There you go. That's what it's going to look like. And... yeah, if you are interested, so you can see there, look, join the newbie bootcamp, complete a few simple tasks, earn up to $500. Like, what the hell, bro? So, yeah, definitely check that one out. It's going to be good. And that is going to be coming, well, you can see it on the screen. See it on the screen, couple of hours, baby. I don't think you can sign up just yet, but links in the description. So, yeah, get ready for it. It's going to be good. It's going to be good indeed. Mary, I'm good. Thank you so much. What's going on? Welcome to you. Hope you're doing well. And Gaz, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. Good. All right. So with that, I was going to show you this this trade, by the way. And I do definitely want to get into this where we'll start to post these in the... we'll start to post this stuff in the Discord and start to let you guys know. Obviously, everything is never financial advice on the channel, but again, worth noting, should we say. Sometimes you can, pick up some good opportunities with this one, but... Yeah, this was, look at this trade here. So this was the buy point here. So we bought in, or I bought in at 14.31. Look at that sell there. Look at this. Like, are you joking me right now? It's on the 15-minute. I literally sold the top of that move. Down it went, baby. So, I mean, I think this could be an interesting trade, by the way. Given where it is, this definitely could start to push. Again, I think it needs to break through this channel where it's at. It's at a key level right now, 15.42. A break above this. Retest 1573, break above that. Could be an interesting long trade on that. But yeah, had some pretty good ones, look. All of these. The red ones are bad news. I mean, they're back from when? July. Look at this. Green, 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 green. What, bro? Get out of here. Not financial advice, everybody. Just saying. Just saying we're going to get this shit dialed in this year. I'm excited about it. All right? I'm excited. I just followed you. Hey, thanks. I want to be one of your friends. Hey, I'm all for having more friends. Definitely. Damien Brimlow in the building. What's going on, buddy? Those data centers will drain, in my opinion. I mean, that's true, yeah. I mean, once the AI narrative starts kicking off, when AI develops its own AI data centers, then that's when you start getting into the world of like Terminator and all sorts of crazy stuff. But yeah, watch out. Watch out, in my opinion. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. But we're all here for it. We're all here for it. Right. Good. Let's really quickly. Yeah, let's take a quick look at this. Tim with another gifted membership. Thank you so much, Tim. Wow, you guys are crushing it tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're starting 2026 off like a boss. Like a boss. Okay, let's take a look at the pre-markets and then let's take a view as to where that plays out then into the actual global markets. And then we'll see where we get to. So what have we got? Dow Jones up a little bit. We have the NASDAQ up a little bit. The Russell up a little bit. The VIX very much not doing jack all. Commodities pretty flat. Where are we at? We want to know what's happening in Asia. They're the markets we're interested in. So the Nikkei and the Hong Kong Stock Exchange and Shanghai all look pretty flat. So I wouldn't expect anything too crazy this evening. Again, we're looking for these two layers. So 20-day exponential moving average, I want to see us close above that line. We're just above it right now. I think a close above this could see a retest of this. Could be a short at 88,651, maybe. Again, that's the line I'm looking for. Break on this line. You know, we could certainly be starting to make a move. 89, break above, retest, could be good news. So Captain says, went out to eat the other day and a robot sat me down at my table. Wow, is that actually true? I mean, I went to a supermarket. I'm not going to say which one it was. Pre-Christmas. And their floor machines were just cleaning the floors by themselves. Like, what the hell is that? Like, bro, this floor machine was like waiting for me to move out of the way. It's like, no. Oh, man. It's wild. It's wild. Anyway, RPM says, I'll talk myself when you go to members mode. Don't worry. Oh, it's all right. I mean, you know what to do. You know what to do, RPM. Screen, click join and you're in, bro. It was in a casino in Ohio. Wow, that's wild. That is actually wild. I'm using AI on my YouTube channel. Nice. Nice. Okay, right. Anything else we're looking at that could be interesting over the course of the next 24 hours? I don't necessarily think there's any big macro news coming in that's going to be like token unlocks or anything. There was a big one on Sui, I want to say the other day, but that really didn't do much. I mean, Monad's definitely the interesting one right now. This could be an interesting long trade as well. All depends. I wouldn't be trading anything just yet unless you were short-term scalping right now. The market's going to be waiting to see what happens and market opens. But yeah, some of these definitely could be interesting. Look at this Monad above the 20-day exponential moving average. Could this actually signal a move? If it holds, then yeah, we could get some pretty we could get some pretty optimistic, moves here. Interesting as well. Look at that on the 2, 3, 6 Fibonacci. So yeah, I think if you get a break above 2374 on Monad, then that could be pretty interesting. John, what's going on? Says Happy New Year from New Zealand. Oh, you guys are from the future. He's talking to us from the second. What the heck? Oh, Ave, what's going on? I DM'd you guys on X and you just didn't reply. Like, what's that, bro? Come on. Makes me feel bad. I literally DM'd you guys. I'm like, hey, and no one talked to me. I mean, make me self-conscious. Anyway, what's going on? Happy New Year to the Ave team. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to you guys. Supposed to be a huge Ondo token release. Is there? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Don't forget, everybody, by the way, smash up the like button to a brand new all-time high. What are we at? We got like over nearly 100 people in the live stream right now on YouTube. Nearly 1,000 views as well tonight, everybody. Shout out to you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Thanks for all the channel members signing up as well tonight. You guys are bullish. Don't forget, obviously, in that premium Discord that you now have access to, let me know if you're there and we'll give you access to that, the trade bot and all of that other stuff that you can get involved with by being a channel member. So if you just let me know in general, I am the only person that has a red name in there. So that is me. But yeah, let me know in there and we will get you added into that. Definitely worthwhile in my opinion. And also, if you're on a channel member, don't forget, hang about. We have something for you guys that you could be winners on. Winner, chicken dinner. Right. Token unlocks. Let's take a look. I don't think I'd seen like an Ondo one, but anyway, let's bring this up right now. BitMEX, Vested token, big unlocks. Let's see if we can see what these are. ENA, Aptos, Ondo. Oh, here, look. Here, what is the unlock? Upcoming value. Oh, wow. 735 million, 16 days. That's pretty insane, isn't it? That is, I mean, that is a big unlock. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That is a solid unlock. So, yeah, definitely worthwhile thinking about that one. I mean, depends how big. I mean, what is the market cap on on Ondo right now? What is the market cap on Monad? Come on. Would you be interested in collabing live? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'm down for it. 2026, I'm down for it. As long as it's, you know, beneficial for everybody, then I'm not going to say no. Equally, I'm not saying yes, by the way, because I have a very, very tight schedule. It's really hard for me to try and do that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's why this year I'm about it. This year, I'm going to become full-time content creator. That's the plan. Right, what are we looking at again? Ondo. What is the market cap of Ondo right now? Anyone know? Let's search it here. O-N-D-O. Ondo. I put Omdo. What the heck is that? What is Omdo? O-N-D-O. There we go. There we go. Right. So current market cap on Ondo is 1.2 billion. Oh my God. Then that's a pretty big freaking token unlock then, isn't it? Are you kidding me right now? Oh, it's here. Look. Man, I'm such a noob. Yeah, look at that. Ecosystem growth. Wow, 775 million. How much is in circulation supply? 3.15 billion circulating of a total FDB at 3.79. Wow. So they're pretty much going to be 100%. Oh no, 10 billion. Oh my God, they're not even going to be any close. They're still going to be at like 30%. Yeah, that could be tasty, that one. Worthwhile keeping an eye on that one for sure. Yeah, we're just looking at it right now. A cliff unlock of 1.28 billion. So that'll be early investors, anyone that got in before. And then the linear is, so they released 7.5 million generally, but man, that's a big old chunk of it. 1.2 billion, one clip. Yeah, that's a pretty interesting one. Watch out for that. Depends what happens though. It depends whether they incentivize it to relock it. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But yeah, that is a freaking big unlock on Ondo. So worthwhile keeping an eye on it for sure. Definitely worthwhile keeping an eye on that one. 1.2 billion. Who would have thought that? Yeah, it's the biggest unlock. Yeah, it freaking looks like it. It looks like it, bro. Yeah. All right, good. Good. Right, where are we at? Let's take a quick look at the markets. Man, Bitcoin's, you know, yeah, we're getting there. We're above the 20-day exponential moving average, so great stuff. 88,291 is the 20-day exponential moving average, so as long as we're above that, then that's good news in my opinion. Buy after release on price drops. I mean, that could be an opportunity, yeah. We'll see what the price does. I mean, it could absolutely dump before that, so you might get an absolute steal on Ondo in fairness. I mean, it's up 6% today, but you could end up with a proper steal on that because people may try and front run that unlock as an example, and then it dumps a little bit more because people will panic, and then it gets swamped back in. It could be a super interesting trade. Super interesting one. So, yeah, worthwhile keeping on that for sure. Fear and Greed Index, I think it's like 24 or something. Or maybe it's a bit more, actually. 29, maybe. 31. Yeah, look at that. Do you like Zebek? Yes, I do like it. I did sell all my Zebeks. I hated the way that the market's pumped and Zebek dumped. But, yeah, I think it's good. Again, it's similar to Casper, really. It's just got a bit quiet. Their mechanic is great. What they stand for is brilliant. They just need to get cracking with some stuff. And I think it's all just a bit quiet with Zebek, if I'm dead honest. But I like it. I do like it. I think it's got a good community as well. But yeah, I don't own any Zebek. I sold all mine. But I'm not in loads of coins anyway. I said this a while back. I put 50% of my portfolio into stablecoin at like 108,000 on BTC. So, yeah, looks like we might be fine over the weekend as long as the US don't get involved. Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's no catalyst to kind of dump us. Volume is relatively low. Liquidity's low. So you could get sharp spikes and dips. Like we saw, you know, if you take out take the hourly candles today on BTC. It was pretty tasty at points. Like, we looked like we were going to wick, we looked like we were going to wick pretty hard down if you think about it. We had a sort of marginal, move here again, 20 exponential moving average, dump early hours, 87.5, and then we've sort of rallied back up. This will be the key thing, whether we get back to up to about 88.4 and then see what happens. I think let's just really quickly take a look at the combined order books for BTC, just because I think it's interesting to see what we've got at a buy price. So yeah, so I mean, 88.4 currently on exchanges. So look at this, 50, 82 BTC buy. So you got like 150 BTC across like 3 or 4 exchanges. So there's a chunk of sell pressure there right now. Outside of that though, look at this. We could easily see a rattle to 90k without messing around. Like if there was a decent push on the market, we got a decent wick up like we got here. We could see a retest of this range. If some whales wanted to step up and make a difference, we could definitely get a push up there. Definitely. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It does look like a potential move though. Could be good news. Again, if we didn't and we got rejected, then you definitely would expect to wick back down. I mean, look at the times we've wicked. So we wicked up to 89, retraced all the way back down to the 200-day exponential moving average, did the same and broke below it. So you'd almost argue a short trade from 88.513 if we failed to break and hold. You could even set your stop loss pretty tight and then come down here and, be taking profits here around 87.5. Have you seen hype right now? I have not seen the local price. Wasn't there loads of stuff going on with that? I feel like they had loads of stuff. Hyperliquid, yeah. Wow, down 5%. $24. Why is it down so much, man? That looks like it's taking an absolute dump as well. Wow. Yeah, look at that. Interesting. Oh, we're on the week. There's a 24 hours. Yeah, hype looks like it's taking. Thing is, that's the point. Perps just have lost their appeal. Like, no one cares about perps anymore. I think it'll come back, by the way. But yeah, right now, everyone's like, who cares about perps? That's why you've got Asta that's not really doing much. I think that's why the guys are waiting at Atlantis before they launch, because perps are just not really doing much. But yeah. I don't know, man. Surprised too. Yeah, it's wild, actually. It's wild. I did not realize it had taken that much of a dump. Hey. The life of a cryptocurrency, investor, shall we say. Right, we're going to be getting out of here in just a second and sticking it to a members only. We're going to be on members only for about 15 minutes. So yeah, if you remember, stick around. If you're not, then we'll see you tomorrow in a minute. But yeah, we'll be getting out there in a second. We'll be getting out there in a second. Craig Wars, the liquidity without the US. I mean, it's like the lesser of two evils, isn't it? It's like we need them because we need the liquidity, but at the same time, you're like, bro, like, come on. Come on. Everyone don't tell 2-bit, but I'm going off script. Let's get it, Stream Elements. Let's get it. Let's go. Stream Elements. I don't care what the market does tonight. I'll be in bed in a minute. That 3 to 4 a.m. bedtime is catching up with me. Bro, when did you go to bed at 4 a.m.? That's absolutely wild. What are you doing staying up till 4 a.m.? I fell asleep on the sofa last night, in fairness. I fell asleep and I woke up at 2:30 in the morning and was like, what's going on? Like, oh my God. Shanty Bob, no, it shouldn't, unfortunately. But I will add you in though, as I will add anyone else that's in there as well. So I don't think there's a way of keeping you in here though. The two aren't connected for some reason, but yeah, I will add you in as well as a couple of others. But we're definitely going to be doing some stuff in there as well. But I think I might be able to stream it into Discord actually. We're gonna vibe it. We're gonna vibe it, baby. So yeah, stick around. Stick around, Shanty Bob. Craig. Craig. What you been doing, Craig? Although I don't know why this is not opening. Come on. Come on, bro. For some reason, we're not opening. Oh, here we go. I think. Are we opening? There we go. We're good. We're golden. We're golden, everybody. Send me emails, watched our stream. Yeah, loads of people stayed up for that. Loads of people. I've never watched it, never been that bothered about it, and probably never will be bothered about it. So yeah, it's it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. So yeah, good news. Good news. Right, everybody. Droop. Okay, that is that, everybody. Thank you so much as always for turning in, and I appreciate the support and love on the streams. Don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow night as always, 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK time. By the way, BTC looking, I mean, look at this, by the way. Talk and call me freaking surprised. We just wicked up, retested 88,515. Looks like we got marginally rejected here, so we'll have to see where this then goes. Probably want to see another push, but yeah, call me surprised on that move. But if you are a channel member, by the way, stick around because you will certainly keep access to it. I will be signing off here on TikTok as well, but we'll be back tomorrow night, bringing you all the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency content. So make sure you don't miss it. As always, it's going to be epic. I appreciate your time. And yeah, with that being said, everybody, we will say see you later. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. So thank you so much, everybody. Catch you guys on the flip side. And yeah, see you tomorrow. I think something's gone wrong, everybody. What the heck? Right. Has that worked? Has that worked? Okay, so I think now, eligible members notification turned on won't be notified. Moderators who aren't members of this channel won't be able to access it. Okay, cool. So I think we should just have members in the chat. So if you remember, just let me know in the chat that you're here. That would be great. And yeah, I'm assuming we've now moved over to a members only stream. I'm hoping so. If not, then it's all got a bit weird. Right, there we go. So it should just be members only now, right? Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. So, welcome, members only, you massive set of legends. Now, it has been a minute, ladies and gentlemen, since we have done anything super... What is that? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Since we've done anything super exciting. I know you can't see my face right now, but don't stress it because we are going to remove that. 1 second, everybody. 1 second. This one, I think, is what I need. Hold on a minute. What is it doing? Sorry, just bear with me, all right? Bear with me 1 second. This one. I think it's this one. Okay, yeah, perfect. I think it is. Bosh! There we go, everybody. You know it. I know it. Everyone's seen it before. You know what this is. You know what this is, everybody. So, yeah. So, we're going to get that in. It should only be members only. So, shout out to everybody that's tuned in on members. Thank you, guys, first and foremost, for being members. I massively, massively appreciate it. And like we said yesterday, you will have the opportunity right now to grab yourself the Alipple hardware wallet. That is the prize. The Alipple Titan Mini. So, here it is. Look, we're going to do you this one, the Titan Mini. So it's a non-custodial ultimate Web3 core wallet. They're pretty cool, actually. I'm not even going to lie. It's a really cool wallet. Now, again, whoever wins it, we have two opportunities. You either send me like your address and stuff, or we'll give you the code that you can just order it on there as well. But yeah, basically you're going to get one of these. They are cool, by the way. For many of you that don't know, I have now got a Titan 2, which I'm using. And I also got the X card. So these are pretty cool, actually. I like both of these. If you haven't seen already, I do have a video out that's like a full review of it. If you use code 2BitCrypto, you actually get 10% off your order as well. So I highly recommend using that code, by the way. But I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be fun to just do this and see where we get to. So It's all good. So let me add in everybody because it has been a minute since we've done this. So Tim, I want to make sure I get everyone in. Silver, Future, Craig, Mark, Stream Elements, Andy, you're in. Right, 37. Oh, it's going on 37. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome in, Stanton. It says current viewers 43. That can't be right, is it? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. If you hadn't already said hello, make sure you do, because this is your chance. This is your chance to win. So, Andy, Griff, Craig, Silver, Stanton, Tim. I think I've got everybody on this list so far. I think I've got everyone in. There is the... where did I put it? Where did I put it? There we are. Oh, what the heck? What? Why has it done that? That's not right. Hold on a minute. Okay, that is not working. Add. Game capture. I thought it was this. Oh, here we go. I think I've got it now. I think I've got it. Is that right? Come on. There we go. We're good to go, baby. Right. That's the people I've got in. If you are a channel member and you are in this channel right now, then let me know. I do need to add in Shanti as well, because he is a Whoop member. So I need to add him in as well. So, yeah. Let's get him added in as well. So Racing Marbles, see who the winner is. Yeah, bro. Yeah, you know we are. You freaking know we are. And the good thing as well, by the way, is that you all have little coins next to your name, which is kind of nice. So I know that you're either legit or not. It's kind of nice. Kind of like it. It's good. Yeah, is it meant to be all blurry? Oh, the background is. Yeah, look. There you go. Yeah, the background is. So so yeah, this bit is just meant to be what it is. Can I put my... So I've got Tim, Silver, Future, Craig, Mark, Andy, 37, Stanton, Griffin, Shanti, right? That's it. They're all the channel members that we've got in this live stream right now, yeah? There's no one else in. Oh, Shanti Bob, I will just... Oh, hold on a minute, Shanti Bob. Can I send him a picture? Because the Whoop guys need to be in it as well. I just need to work out how I can do this. But can I take a picture? Camera, I can. There we go. Camera allow. There we go. Where is he? Support chats. Shanti Bob. Add camera. Use. You're in, bro. Will let you know if you win. Right. Is that everybody in? Yeah, I think that's everybody in. I think that's everyone in. So, yeah, let's do it, baby. 10 of you in. It's exciting. We haven't done this for ages. I think you should make sure they liked this stream as well. Yeah, I don't think I can, but... Right. We haven't done this forever. Man, my face isn't even on the screen. Do you guys even care that I'm even there? Bro, what? Where is my... where is my... Oh, video capture. There we go. Add cam me. Oh, what? There I am. There I am, everybody. I'm here. Hopper's here. Yeah, I put 37 in. Yeah. Yeah, I put 37. So that last call, by the way. Last call before we do this. Right. What are we going to do? Yeah, we need to do a 0, don't we? Man, it feels like it's been ever since we've done this. I remember how much fun this was. Right. Fancy shimmering apparatus. It's a 3.5-minute track. No, probably not that. Abyss scrambled spheres. This feels better. Everyone agree with this one? 10 people. Let's just double check. We are right. 10 people. Yeah. Last and final call. 10 people in. 10 people, 10 people, 10 people. 255. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. I'm never drinking again. 37. Bro, what happened? What happened? What happened? Oh, no, we're not doing this one. This one looks terrible. This one looks terrible. We're not doing it. 0, Craig. 0. Yeah, we're not going to do it. We're not going to full send it in a weird way, but yeah. Let's do 0. But I want to do like a decent one. It needs to not be like just some like dump to the floor nonsense. Like it needs to actually be a bit of a race. So yeah, let's actually get a decent one. This one looks crap as well. It's important. This, like, it's, you know, it's a good prize, isn't it? So, but yeah, we want to do. We need to do a proper one rather than just like a nonsense one where, yeah, like it just ends up being a complete waste of time. So let's do a good one. Here we go. Let's do this one. Oh, dude, bro, I clicked the wrong freaking button. Magic Craig says on the end of my seat. Let's get it. Oh, we've got someone else tuning in. You're lucky because I cocked up here. I'll just put Wit. I'll put Wit in, all right? That one looks all right as well, actually. Wit, let me add you in. There you are. You are in. 11 now, baby. Members only live stream. This is the perks, you see. This is it. Do you shout house? I'd love it if you did. I couldn't hear you, though. Right, man, I've lost which one that was, Dan. That actually looked all right. Bro, which one was it? Hold on a minute. Right. Which one was it? This one. 11. Right. Who's ready for it? See, I thought there are more members than this. Yeah, there are. There's like 60 members, but, you know, look, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. Right. Does this one look a bit better? Yeah, this one looks fine. This one looks all right, doesn't it? Yeah, this one looks good. Okay, everybody. It's like the old dual school days. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Bosh. Here we go. Good luck. Who's at the front? Craig, Tim, Shanty's in there as well. Griff, Stanton, Future, Andy, Silver, Mark. Who's gonna get the win? It's all pretty freaking exciting. Oh, you all got leveled up. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Anyone know what that means? You all got leveled up, but I don't know what it means. But Tim's out in front. It's all gonna get spicy down here, though. Look. Griff's on the other side, speeding through. Tim. Gotta be careful, though. Look, it gets pretty spicy down this end. So you think Tim's in the world, but yeah. Future. Come on, Future. You gotta get moving and grooving. Tim and Griff look like they're racing. We'll do more of this, by the way, for members. It's, yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. Man, it's going to be a big one. This is where it gets tasty, though. Look here, look. It's all going to get pretty spicy as we walk down there, and then it's just a sprint finish. Tim out in front. Griff looking in second. It's all going to be who can master this corner here. Who can master this move? Griff's coming in. Tim's coming in. It's going to be crazy. Future's catching up as well. Tim with a boost. Didn't quite get it. Griff, Andy now on the move. It's going to be a sprint finish. Although there is steps and a spirally thing. Tim out in front, followed by Andy. Man, it's going to get close, I think. Andy's trying to catch him. Tim out in front. I mean, if Tim wins this, it's the most ridiculous thing in the world. Tim out in front, but Andy's catching up. That gap is definitely getting smaller. It's getting smaller. It's definitely getting smaller. Oh, Andy, Griff making a move right now. Tim, can Tim hold on? It's all going to be on this. Who's going to get the win? We're going to go to the end and see who gets it. Who gets it? It's Tim, followed by Andy. I think Griff's going to second. Is Andy going to catch him? Andy's catching him. Andy's catching him. It's a sprint finish. It's a fucking sprint finish. Tim, who got it? Tim. What the fuck? Ow. That definitely said Andy at one point. Oh my gosh. What the actual... Look at that. 152.746. 152.746. You are kidding me right now. 152.891. Jesus. There you go, everybody. There you go. Hope you enjoyed that, by the way. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to everybody that was here. Thank you so much for being members. I massively, massively appreciate it. Tim, I'll DM you for sure, and then we'll get that hooked up, and we'll get that either sent out to you or we'll get the code sent to you. But yeah, shout out to you guys. Bullish on you and bullish on the channel for 2026. So thank you so much, everybody. You guys have been amazing. I'll be back tomorrow night as always. Shout out to Tim. Congrats. It's like it never went away. I'll be back tomorrow. You guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for all your support. Appreciate it, Tim. I'll DM you, and look out for more, by the way. Thanks for being channel members. I'm going to make sure you feel valued for what you give to me. So I appreciate it. Right. Thanks so much, everybody. Catch you on the flip side. Enjoy the outro. I'll see you soon.